Hello tacticians! Welcome to another Mythic Journey video. This new semi-series in which I try and fail to disguise bragging about having ascended yet another hero to the mythic rarity as sometimes a direct guide and sometimes a bunch of insightful wannabe tips. As usual, if you have better things to do than sit through the whole thing, timestamps to each mission will be provided for your combobulation. The object of today's worship is going to be Aethana. Probably nobody's first pick to bring all the way to Blue Star, but if you want a steady source of Archaeotect, and your Snotfloga and Snapaureka can't stuff any further legendary orbs up there in their bellies, she's your girl. Okay, enough waffling. Let's see just how bad the emotional damage is gonna be this time. Mission 1. Defeat 3 units standing on fire hexes with Aethana in one turn. This is a terrible mission. I admittedly only checked the elite stages because I only have a full playthrough of those recorded, but none of the Saim-Hann stages seem to have enough pre-existing fires to bait enemies into. So you are forced into modes where you can bring Vindicta or the Forge Fiend, and because Aethana's active deals relatively low damage, I would definitely recommend choosing the arena against a team with the Biowar route, like I did. You will want to basically kill each other off, so that only your Aethana and the enemy spores are left on the battlefield. Your Forge Fiend and the spores can help you with that, but be careful to not let all the enemy spores die to a chain reaction. I ended up having to rely on friendly fire, hehe, to kill off my Calandis, who is a very hard counter to the Biowar. Then the spores and flames eventually ate Rivas, and then I could finally start setting up the triple kill. Mission 2. Deal 9000 damage with Aethana in a single turn. With a big enough Aethana's active, you may be able to do this wherever pretty much. But that comes with the cost of spending badges on a pretty bad ability, so let's not go that way and focus on completing the mission in a raid. Or better yet, in an arena match with a Diamond 2 or bigger Snotfloga, such as this one. You will need a load of buffs for her. Okay, so now for the deal 9000 damage with Aethana in a single turn, I would like to bring Snotfloga in an arena to low ground, because Snotfloga has high HP. And on this arena, he could in theory reach these hexes. So I'm gonna bait that with Rivas without using Rivas' active. Now Aethana can reach all the hexes. Can she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can reach these 2 hexes. So if Snotfloga ends up here, which he could, it should be fine because Aethana will get buffed by Wa. Okay, that should work. Nice, Snot took the bait. Now, hopefully the boys will not deal too much damage to Snotfloga. Hopefully they will go for Galgors instead. Kinda depends on where they spawn.
I need to Va Aethana first. So, whoop, 1, 2, 3, 4. He will go for Snot. So, I don't care about winning or losing this arena. I care about dealing enough damage to Snotfloga. So I will block off this hex, A3 Vas. That means the boys, they will want to go to high ground. If I attack Ragnar with the Va, that means one of the boys will end here probably and throw a grenade at Aethana. The other one will probably want to go for Snot, but I can stop that using Dante, who will also buff Aethana. And possibly one of the boys will go up here on the wires to bomb Galgords. This could work. So, Ragnar, Galgords should go to the high ground. Yes. And it went even better. Okay, so now Ragnar buff Aethana. And boom! Headshot! Okay, Dante should be able to whop the enemy Aethana, no problem. Drone up. Bring Ragnar to here. Because now maybe Galgords will go to the wires to whap him and will get blapped by the Overwatch. I can prevent him from going elsewhere using the fire. Okay, didn't go quite as I planned, but that's fine. So now I think I should destroy Karn. There, Karn destroyed, and that leaves Galgords, whom I can now prevent from vying because he's in melee range with everything he can reach. So no more boys for you. And I just need to keep doing that until Galgords dies. Which is now perfect, and that's 9000 damage with Aethana in one turn. Wicked.
Mission 3. Overkill 100 enemies with Aethana, not necessarily in a single turn. This mission is best done in your favorite stage of Saim-Hann campaign that has Voxcasters, such as this one.
Okay, for the third mission of Aethana's Mythic Journey, which is to overkill a number of enemies, I'm going to go for Saim-Hann Elite Battle 18 because I need the upgrades for Carian and because there are Voxcasters here which are going to be hopefully squishy in combination with Eldrion's buff, and they will be spamming squishy stuff for Aethana to overkill. In this stage I also farmed Calandis' Overwatches, but for this one I'm going to bring Janezar instead of Calandis or Maugan because I don't want either of them to be overwatching the incoming squishy Cadian Guardsman. Now, on her own, my Aethana isn't strong enough to overkill these, but with the LD buff, she very much is. So at this point, there is no rush, just let them flood in. and keep smacking them. Possibly from high ground she would be strong enough even without the L debuff. I think I can test that theory now. There. Oh yes, so at Diamond 1, I think, yeah, she is strong enough to be one-shotting and overkilling even the original Cadian Guardsmen here. The summons are weaker. The main problem here is going to be eventually running out of HP on Eldryon, or more likely the Aethana herself, and not battle fatiguing the Voxcasters. Because look, right now there is exactly one reachable Voxcaster that will not scare. I meant one reachable Cadian Guardsman that will not scare a Voxcaster. But on the bright side, it looks like we have reached a stage equilibrium when I will get a Voxcaster every turn on this hex, because the summons act before the original enemies. So I can just keep doing this until I run out of HP on my tank, who is the Diamond 3 already Mythic Eldryon. Okay, I think you got the point, so I'm going to cut the video here and eventually move on to Mission 4.
Mission 4. Defeat 12 enemies with the Weaver of Fate's trait with Aethana in one battle. That means 1000 Suns units. And the best stage to do that is the normal Yazagor stage in the Saim-Hann campaign, because that's the lowest level of the 3 stages with 12 enemies, so you don't have to rely on one of the pink horrors splitting, and Aethana can take all the time she needs to clear it on her own. There is one catch, however. You will need to have Jane Zar unlocked to start the fight without either of the Eldari snipers, who would unavoidably kill at least one of the incoming enemies. If you don't have Jane, Maugan Ra can also probably make this work, but you will need to get him fully surrounded and possibly blapped to prevent any further overwatches after his first kill. And you will need to somehow not overkill at least one of the pinkies to produce more victims for Aethana. Mission 5. Deal 200,000 damage with Aethana. Again, not necessarily in one turn, so I did most of it corner camping in an onslaught match, and it was a good reminder to invest more in Holland in the near future. Extending the video with the onslaught footage is more of a Drukari thing to do to you, so you'll be getting another arena instead. You're welcome!
Okay, so for the 5th, Aethana's Mythic mission, for the arena progression, I think this team will be pretty good with Elde and Ragnar buffing her. So the plan pretty much is to just destroy everyone except 1, 2, 3, 4, well, somebody. I think Ragnar will survive, and then overbuff Aethana as much as possible to deliver one moderately big hit with her. And continue until you're done. Okay, nice. Who has more HP? Galgorts. Anyway, that's one buff. Okay. Ragnar is in melee range. I cannot Galgor's buff Aethana because I positioned her wrong. That's life though, so have at him. There. Remove him and hopefully win the fight. There. And somehow like this is how you can complete the Mythic 5 Aethana's mission. Or you can just bring her to Onslaught or wherever and do it over a longer period of time. But ain't nobody got time for this, so well, take your pick.
So that's roughly how I went about dragging my Aethana kicking and screaming through her mythic journey. You will be rewarded with a mythic Eldari pistol for your efforts, which I ended up giving to my Kalandis. Although I have to say I very much dislike the mythic equips being soulbound. Sometimes you want to use the knives instead, depending on what buffs are in play, looking at Ragnar, Anshi and Aethana, and sometimes in the quest you specifically want not to crit for a combo to work reliably, so taking this away from us was really a Snowprint move, Snowprint. And now you made it to the end of the video, and as such may reward yourself with a cookie. I hope you found this presentation to your liking, and am looking forward to seeing your face glued to the screen at my next video, which is probably going to appear tomorrow and be about Atlakoya's quest. Until then, have a good time, Tactician. Kaurin out!